Well, Dick and Mark here. We're sitting in the comfort of Mark's kitchen here at his beautiful home up in the Northland, and going to talk about a couple of things here. It's been 17 years we've been traveling with some great people, isn't it, huh? 17 years.
Can you believe that, Dick? Where does time go, right?
Isn't that something? Yeah. We had some good trips. We've got a great one coming up at the end of May we'll talk about in a bit here, and hopefully you'll get involved in that after you hear some of the stories of some of the things we've done in the past. We headed out on a 4-day sample tour of cruising out to Nassau.
Yeah,
back in 2002.
Carnival cruise, if I remember right.
It was Carnival Cruise. We took a bunch of good people with us and had a good time. And I think I may have won the Elvis Presley karaoke contest on board.
Well, that's a long time ago, but I'm relatively confident you did.
I think so, and I think people had to genuflect to me when they saw me in the hallway.
That's right. I know you did on the Hawaii cruise that we did.
Yeah, well, maybe that was it. They all kind of run together a little bit, but they're all good times along the way. You know, a memory I have is when we went on the Eastern Mediterranean trip, and we got into Rome, and it was a late kind of afternoon after we got into our hotel, and we walked up into the little area here up the street, and there were no real restaurants open.
That's right.
I don't know if you remember what we did, but we went across the street from a restaurant on the corner that was closed and bought a couple of pizzas and brought them back over to the restaurant.
Yeah, and they had salads or something and wine.
Yes, and they opened kind of back up, and we sat out on the sidewalk and had our makeshift meal together with all of us. So
yeah, we learned a lot of things on all of our trips, but Dick, like that one, you know, the Europeans don't start eating until 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And what was this, like 5 or?
Oh yeah, 4:35. We're Americans. We're ready to eat some food.
They're still taking their siesta. Oh my gosh, that was fun. Dick, on that same trip, you know, I've never lost anybody on any group hosted trip I've ever done. We were in that tremendous brand new museum in Athens, Greece.
Right, yeah.
And one of our attendees had taken an antihistamine earlier in that morning.
Okay, yes.
And she fell asleep in the museum.
In the Acropolis Museum.
Yes, and I couldn't find her.
Up on one of the comfortable chairs somewhere.
That's right.
We were all ready to leave, so we got on the bus and you went back to search.
I sent you guys on after a while, and you know, they wouldn't let me in the women's restroom to search for her in there, Dick.
Yeah. And you found her, and all was good.
Yeah, it was. And my blood pressure has finally gone down. But, you know, those are the memories that last a lifetime. And we've had such great memories with so many people on all of our trips. And I know you're really a great people person. I love people. I love to be around people. And, you know, I think we have a really good ability together to break the ice and help people get to know each other and just have a good time.
I think so, and they sure do. Matter of fact, many of them get together year after year together and still go out to dinner, you know, even without us.
Yes.
Get together on that. I remember up in Alaska one time, we took a little trip into Denali and kind of had an excursion with a bear up close on the bus there.
We were in McKinley, in Denali Park.
Yeah.
Seeing Mount McKinley, and coming back the bus, and we're in basically a school bus, and you and I were in the front row, literally right behind the driver, and that doggone grizzly bear was just foraging around for food. I remember that like it was yesterday. And that bear got so close to us, I told the bus driver to close the bus doors.
Yeah, he was that close.
I was closer to the bear than you were.
Well, I noticed that. See, that's what I've always learned. Always be behind the guy, put somebody in between you and the bear.
And wear your fastest shoes, because all you have to do is outrun the other guy.
That's right, exactly. That's the way. But good trips. Boy, what a great train trip that was, back from Denali back down to Anchorage, and all the good times we had there. But there's good stuff. Let me think if I remember anything else.
Dick, I've got one. You remember in the when we did the Hawaii cruise, The last day we went to Pearl Harbor and the Arizona Memorial and the USS Missouri, and it was just pouring down rain. And we had a picnic lunch set up for everybody.
Sure.
But because it was raining so hard, we had the picnic lunch inside the motor coaches. And nobody seemed to mind.
No, I was chicken on the bus.
That's
what
right.
It was. Yeah, chicken on the bus, and we looked at across the rain and into the Pearl Harbor area. That was quite a deal. It rained quite a bit on that trip until that last bit in Maui. And everything turned out pretty good on there.
We had a perfect day. Isn't Hawaii beautiful, Dick?
It really is. I remember the golf course we played there. It was the Queens or the Kings something, and it was all fairway or black lava right off the fairway.
That was in Kona,
Hawaii. Okay.
Yep. So you hit the fairway, or your ball was gone.
It was gone in who knows what direction, hitting that lava.
With black scuff marks, that's for sure.
There is a rumor also, we helped open up the Marival residences in 2010, and Salvador came up and was on the radio with us and talked about it and got things settled up. We went down there and took a group down and kind of helped them open the place down there and have their first big group to experience with their working crew. And I still remember we had dinner one night and they all came out with the plates and stood behind us and set them on the table at the same time and practiced their stuff there. Now, there's a rumor floating around that at one point at the Marival residence, I was in the hot tub and ordered up a cheeseburger and fries and ate it in the hot tub.
Well,
do you remember anything like that?
I really do, Dick. I don't think it's a rumor, buddy. I think it's a fact.
That happened, huh?
It did happen. It did
Okay.
happen.
Yeah.
I think you had maybe 5 cervezas.
Probably
Amigo.
cinco, maybe cinco. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Maybe 6.
But anyway, there was no food dropped in the water at that point.
But Dick, they were so appreciative of us because we were the first group that went down there. Now that's in Puerto Vallarta, that beautiful gated area of northern Puerto Vallarta it's called Nueva Vallarta. It's North Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
And they were so appreciative of us coming down and bringing that big group and that service that we got. And then, Dick, for the longest time, because all those people had such a great time with you and me down there and at that property, they talked to everybody when they got back to Kansas City, and we became the #1 sales travel agency in the world for the Marival residences for that new property.
Very good, very good. I remember while we were down there one time, and this is kind of the benefit of traveling with Mark Comfort, we went for a site inspection at one of the other places. It may have been the Hard Rock or something down there, I believe.
It was the Hard Rock.
And we wheeled up in the front of the Hard Rock on 2 of our old bicycles that the Marival Resort rented out for us and parked them out front. Went in, had a great lunch, had a great tour with the ladies. They were very, very impressed by us, I think, and the power that we wielded in the travel industry. And then upon leaving in the front porch, we got back on our old bicycles.
On our old Red Riders or Schwinn's or whatever they were. Our 1958,
and
whatever those were.
pedaled back up the street. So,
well, Dick, it's nice to just act like you're a common folk, right?
I think you have to do that every now and then.
Hey, do you remember all of the Name That tunes we played almost everywhere we went? You would set that up at a table.
I sure do.
We'd invite people after dinners usually. And oh my gosh, we had so much fun.
That would get serious. That would get very serious. Matter of fact, it was so serious when we did it in Jamaica here last year, we had a couple of ringers at the table that knew everything. And they were overpowering everybody else. And I think everybody else got a little disturbed by it. I believe they did.
It's a serious game.
It really
serious game.
It's a serious Name That Tune game.
I'm just impressed how quickly people can know and name from a couple words or one tune or two
a couple notes,
Just amazing, Dick.
Yeah, it really is. It sure is,
What great memories, guys. This is kind of fun just talking about these.
All in all, it was pretty good. We played some good golf down in Puerto Vallarta at the
Vista Vallarta golf courses.
Yeah, so it's at Nicholas and Weiskopf courses,
That is correct.
both of them.
That's correct. Gorgeous courses. Wow.
Had a pretty good caddy down there that found more golf balls than we lost when he came out of the woods. So that was always good to have. So it was a good deal. But anyway, we're going to travel again. We're going to head back down again, and we want you to go with us. We're going to do this reopening of another resort. I was just looking got a little email from them, and I see they're saying grand opening May 2019 of the Marival Armony.
Armony, and Dick, this is, if I can paint a picture of Puerto Vallarta, it is on one of the biggest and most beautiful bays in the entire world. So it's a U-shaped bay. And on the north side of this U-shaped bay is an area called Punta Mita. Beautiful, spectacular area. And about halfway between the Marival residences and the end of that Banderas Bay, which is Punta Mita, is where this brand new Marival Armony is. They used to have a property called Rancho Banderas there, and they've actually torn it down, Dick, and are building this brand new 268 room resort. And Dick, it sits on a cliff, about a 40-foot cliff, and the views out to the ocean are just breathtaking. And of course, being on the west side of the Pacific side of Mexico, the sunsets are just like world-class sunsets. But what I think I like about this, not just the fact that it's a brand new property, they have great prices like they did at the Marival residences to get this property known, and they have extended even better pricing to us here at Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours for the group that you and I are doing. But we're celebrating my birthday, and we're calling it the Mark and Dick Birthday Bash.
That's right. I had a big birthday earlier in the year, and I've kind of semi-retired from the radio world, so we're celebrating that a little bit too, me getting 8 hours a night of sleep, so that's good. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be happy hour. And I think, even though the Marival residences now has an access to the beach, they have a new thing which we'll go check out at one of the days we're down there. I think being up on that cliff and overlooking is just beautiful. So much more of a dramatic look at the Banderas Bay area.
It is.
Yeah.
And Dick, if you remember, the beach area there by Marival residences had that real thick sand, so you'd walk 500 yards, you'd be worn out.
Oh yeah.
The beach here at this brand new property, the Marival Armony, is a huge beach, and for whatever reason, I didn't even know how to explain it. It's much more packed sand.
All right.
So, and there's miles upon miles upon miles. It's almost like a private beach because there are not hardly any resorts in that area. And they've got 2 great big pools here. They've got 3 restaurants. They've got a coffee and wine bar. The thing I think, though, that we're going to like most about this property, Dick, is this beach area. It's like our own private beach. And they'll have beach butlers down there, and they'll have the lounge chairs with the palapas to shade us, and we will not go thirsty.
Good.
Yep. Or hungry, for that matter.
We usually need to call ahead for our group and warn them that we're coming so they can back a couple more 18-wheelers up there.
I've already done that. So,
but the big outdoor eating areas there are nice at that place also.
Yes, Dick. And you were there when we went there. I've been there a couple times to have dinner in there, open-aired with the gigantic palapas, the straw-covered roofs or anything. It's just one of those places that Marival does it right.
They really do.
And Dick, I describe this as a 5-star resort, but because it's brand new, we are literally at the 4-star pricing. So these prices, just like the residences, are going to be 40-50% lower than they will be, say, in 2 years from now after this property is known.
Exactly.
And they like us. They love us from the Midwest. They know we're friendly people. They know we're nice people. They know we just like to have a great time. And we're doing this May 25th through May 31st, 6 nights. Prices start at $1,179, Dick, on this per person.
Wow.
That is not with air. It depends on when people book their air. We can book their air for them too. And air right now is running right around $600, but a lot of people have points nowadays, and if they want to use points, we can set that up. And by the way, if people want to stay longer, they can do that, or if they can't stay for a full 6 days and want to do 5 nights or 4 nights, we can arrange that too. But the thing about this is we just have a blast. And I did a birthday bash at the Marival residences when I had that big birthday, Dick, that ended with a 0.
Okay,
and we had a great group down there and just had a fabulous time. But I'm excited about doing this with you again, and we maybe we'll call this I don't know what we'll call this. Let's just stick with the birthday bash.
I like birthday bash.
Yeah.
That sounds good, yes.
You don't want to call it a retirement party, do you?
Well, when I retire, we'll do that. But, there's always something else to do.
There is always. You're going to be like me. You're going to work forever here. Well.
That's good. Now, how do people contact and what do they need to do here?
All they have to do, and by the way, you can check this out on our website to get all the prices, because there, of course, are different category of rooms that people have the ability to get. But it's 816-505-1500, 505-1500, 816 area code, 505-1500. Or they can go online, cruiseholidayskc.com.
Look in the groups area.
Under
you'll find it
hosted
in
groups.
there. Yeah, sure, good.
Mark and Dick's Birthday Bash, May 25th through the 31st at the brand new Marival Armony. I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun.
It's going to be good.
Again, 5-star property at a 4-star price. You can't beat it. 268 rooms. They've got 6 different buildings. Great spa, 3 restaurants, that bistro, coffee and wine bar, sitting up on the cliff. But I really do think what so many people are going to like about it. We have so much fun in the pool. They have the swim-up pool bars.
Sure, yeah.
And all that. But the beach, Dick, wait till you just see this private beach. It's literally like your own private beach. And we are going to take everybody back to the Marival residences, because several people have been to the residences before but have not seen the new edition. And you have not seen the new edition.
Have not seen it. They bought next door the property and they put a walkway in and a restaurant out there and the whole thing. So it's going to be a good deal. Yeah.
So give us a call at 816-505-1500, 505-1500. Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours. We know how to have a good time, don't we, Dick?
We sure do. And let's go ahead while we're here, Mark, and call down there and order another 18-wheeler of Malbec in.
I tell you, I like my Malbec.
Amen.
We'll do it. They'll have it. They'll have it there for us, too.